Hey girlies, it's Keisha Lorraine. Welcome back. I haven't recorded in a minute. I did try and record last weekend. No, the weekend before. It was pure shambles. Keep trying to record vlog style videos, but getting overwhelmed and forgetting to record, so it's just bitty, and I didn't want to do it, guys. So today I'm doing soft glam. I haven't done makeup on this channel yet, so I'm quite excited. When I think of soft glam, I think of matte soft skin, and that's literally what I'm going to go for. I did do my eyebrows off camera. I used the Be Perfect Indestructible Brow to just hold my brows down. I did use some Morphe eyeshadow just to get the fine strokes, and I use this EX1 concealer, which is literally running out, to carve my eyebrows. Now I usually don't use the same shade to do the top and bottom, but because we're doing like a soft look, I didn't want an intense underbrow, if that makes sense. I want to start off with the eyeshadow, which I think a lot of people are intimidated when it comes to glam eyeshadow. This is going to be so simple. First thing you're going to want to get is some tape. I don't actually know if this has any bad effects on your skin. If you have better tape, I would suggest using that, and that's what I'm going for right there. I'm using the Fine Art palette today. You will see that a lot of TikTok products are on here, guys. I'm influenced, okay, but this is just gonna be the perfect browns and neutral shade for our winged out look. And the first thing you want to do is the base. So I'm going to start off with maybe something like this one. This is M30, and we're just going to start right there. I just like to start off with a light shade and start to like create the shape. I go in with this M20 shade right here, and I'm going to start in the inner corner of your nose. I feel like when you do your nose contour, it just absolutely slaps. And then again with the shade, we're going to go along the tape. And you can be a bit messy with this one because it's quite a light colour. When you get darker, we'll be more precise. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a bronzer. Whichever bronzer you're going to use for your nose contour is the same bronzer that you're going to use on your eye. I'm using the Vitamin Babe one from the Beauty Crop in the shade Barley Bronze. And I'm going to do the same thing, literally. So here, and in this corner, bring it right down to your nose and up into your brow. I definitely think the lighting is going to be slightly off because my light is broke, so I'm using my backup light, and I just know that the lighting is not going to slap like it usually does. Next, we're going to get a smaller brush, still quite fanned out, just smaller. M18, which is this one. M18, which is this one right here. Now, this one you don't want to be so sporadic with. You really want to stick to the tape. I do start to go a little bit on my lash line. Only buff out what you've just done. Don't go any higher because we're going to go back in with that other brush. With the first brush you used, buff that out. I literally had such a perfect opportunity to record as well because I went to Liverpool and I had such a good time. I didn't even vlog the shopping I did, but the whole weekend was such a mess. Maybe I'll just post the Liverpool trip on its own. I'm using this brush, and it's very, very small, very precise. We're going to go in with M17, which is this colour right here. And again, like, imagine you're applying eyeliner. We're staying so close to the eye and the lash line and the tape that we created here. And I wouldn't also, it just is really down to you, but I wouldn't also go too long. I want it small because I'm going to put a half lash on later to make my eye look really lifted. I feel like if it's too long, I don't know. It is up to you. Sure, look. I'm going to set that down with a nice light colour. I'm going to go for this one here. Look how much I've used it. The F is nearly gone. I put that right in the middle and I just blend it out. It's like a soft cut crease with your finger. And don't worry if you go into that brown because we're going to go back over it with all those brushes that I was talking about earlier. Okay guys, are you ready? Like, ooh, look how snatched. Like, I'm going to do this on the other eye. Okay, so I've done that eye. That literally took 2 minutes. I did change the lighting if you've noticed. I just feel like it was too much. But this is the eyeshadow look that I live off because it's so simple and anyone can do it. Okay, next we're going to do the skin. I actually do underpaint a little. It's not really underpaint. I just do my bronzer and then put my foundation in the gaps. For my bronzer, I'm using the Glossy Bronze Tint by H&B Cosmetics. This is a little dark, I'm not gonna lie. I could have got a shade lighter, but I just like the red undertone. So I literally place it like this and I work my way up. One thing I will say about this bronzer in particular is it is pigmented. Yeah, I know it looks like I'm being really heavy-handed, but don't forget that I'm putting my foundation on top. I put so much bronzer on my forehead because we're going to hide the fact that I can fit all 10 of my fingers on there. So this is the one thing I struggle with on YouTube, it's being talkative. Also, I realise I'm talking really fast. You might have to slow this video down. When I worked in a call centre, one of the things they always told me off for was that, like, you're talking way too fast. But how do I slow down? I love putting loads of bronzer like here underneath my neck so that when the light hits, this is all dark, so we hide the fact that I eat chips for breakfast and dinner. I feel like my nose contour took me forever to master. I literally make a triangle. I got this from Black TikTok, okay? This is where I learn. Make this triangle. And then I create this button.
A cute button nose?
Like so. And remember, I'm underpainting, so it's gonna look crazy. Just trust the process. Doesn't that just like go perfectly into that crease in the eye that we made earlier? Love it. You're probably thinking like, why is my mouth brown? I do put a bit of bronzer around my lips. I just feel like it makes it look so much more defined and big when I finish my makeup. I don't know, I might just be crazy. For the foundation, I'm using the Be Perfect Chroma Cover Matte Foundation. This, if you want matte flawless skin, yeah, the coverage on this, babe, is so good. The only thing is, it doesn't actually pump. But other than that, this is a 10-10 foundation. Just look at this, guys. Delicious. Make sure you blend it right down into your neck. This blends like a dream. I'm going to blend it with my brush. And then I think I'm going to go over it with a beauty blender just to make sure that it definitely looks like skin. With that same brush that we used for our bronzer, I'm just going to go back in just to add that dimension back in. But see how nice it just blends together? I absolutely love this foundation. Okay, so the next part is a little bit debatable, but I'm going to do my blush before I do my concealer. I just feel like it makes your under eye look crisp. So for today's blush, I'm using a blush made by Mitchell. This is in a shade A Shy Boy. I don't know why, but this shade recently, I've been using it like every day. I'm actually not sure why. Maybe it's just because I've got my hair done. And it sort of works. I don't know. If you wanted to, you could use like this colour and a lighter pink to have a blended look. Let's do that. We're going to do that. So I'm blending this right into the under eye and at the top of my cheekbones. I'm then going to go in with the shade, ooh, focus, focus, focus. Oh, Sweet Cheeks. And I'm going to put this like on the apples of my cheeks / my under eye. And I'm just going to blend it like this on top of the blush and my under eye. And this is why I do my cheeks first, because this with the concealer is just going to give you the perfect blend to blush and concealer. And your under eye, if you like a little bit of a pinky under eye, I got you. So now that I look like Coco the freaking clown, it's time to do some concealer. When I do a full B, I think 3 concealers / 2 is how you're gonna get a beautiful under eye. So I'm going in with that same EX1 concealer that I did earlier. It's in the shade 4, and this is just like a transition shade, I like to call it. I'm gonna put this on my smile lines, and then this is gonna define that line. Also put this on my chin, a tiny bit on my eyebrow. Then I'm going to go in with the H&B Cosmetics concealer in the shade SF 1.5. This is going to go right here under my under eye. Blend out the darker shade first. The key to a bright under eye is a bright concealer and a dark bronzer. If you want something to stand out, contrast. GCSE art, that's how you do it. This is it. I do go right up to my eye, guys, and I press it looking forward. I don't really tend to tap it in like that, because what happens is you get a buildup of product in the crease, and when you look down, you try and set with powder. No, you look tired. When I first started doing social media, the concealer that I use in every makeup vid, no doubt, was the H&B Cosmetics concealer. I think it's one of the best. It's definitely up there. How gorgeous does that look already? I wasn't sure what to do with the last one, but it has to be light, like a really too light for you. And we're going to use a tiny bit of it. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the matte version. This is in the shade... It actually doesn't say. It has to be a shade. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't have a shade to give you. But I literally put a dot. And that is all we're using for that. That's it. Elf know how to do a matte concealer. I'm actually going to blend this out with a sponge. I don't know why. I love going over my face with a brush and then blending with a sponge after, because I feel like the product's already in your skin and it just makes you look soft. Just going to squeeze it and blend it out. Oh, look how nicely that blended into the blush. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Now, the trick, I said the trick so many times, but how I get the most seamless under eye, we're not going to set that yet. I feel like everyone, when they do their concealer, they set it straight after. Like, let this sit in your skin and not be completely wet, and that product won't build under the eye. So we're gonna do bronzer. The best and easiest way to matte skin is to do all your cream products and then set everything. Set your powder, set your blush, set your bronzer, set everything. And your skin will just look at that. Looks like I have a cheek filler, yes. Even gonna set my nose. And again, I'm doing the same shape that I did for my nose. I'm just doing everything all over again, but with powder. I'm using the MUA matte blush just because I like the duality of it, and it is matte. And I think it's quite close to the colours we've used. So I'm obviously going to use the darker pink and the light pink in the middle of the eye. Cheek and concealer. Just love it. And Trigwell Cosmetics have actually released a new pressed powder, so I think I'm going to use that for my under eye. This powder, like, a little goes such a long way. I'm blending that right into my nose, and the same way before, when you start to lose the shape, just go back in. So go back in with the brush, or if you're losing shape here, go back in with the brush. It's as simple as that. I genuinely would love to do someone's makeup. I feel like I've been really not very confident is the best way to put it. I'm nervous, but I want to try and do someone else's makeup because that's the next stepping stone. Like, I know I can do makeup. I just want to do it on someone else, like, and actually call myself an MUA. For the lip combo, I'm going in with the NYX Cosmetics lip liner in Los Angeles. It's this really nice, what colour is this? And obviously we're doing a matte look, so we're going in with a matte lipstick made by Mitchell. This is in the shade Next Valentine's. Look at that. I have only used this once and it's so good. And you know what, I'm not usually like a lipstick girl, but recently, yeah, I'm feeling myself right now. Then for my lashes, I'm using the Tatti Half lashes. It was always going to be them. I absolutely love them. And we're going to apply them basically where our liner is, so we can get that nice tilted look. Don't ask me what this glue is. Wait until I show you. The like applicator. Like, I need a new glue. It's going to flick everywhere. We're not going to talk about it. I literally apply it straight on like this, like eyeliner. A little bit there because I'm going to lift up that eye. Not my phone dying. I didn't even get to show you how I apply this lash, but one thing I will say is make sure you pinch like this so it sticks, so your eye looks, because look at this side compared to this side. Facelift where? Okay, so my light literally died, so I'm running on fumes right now because how's my phone and my light dying at the same time. I finished my eyes off with the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Using the Iconic London setting spray just to add a bit of shimmer. So what do you guys think? Have I been successful? Is this a soft glam? What do you think about everything I used? What do you think about this video? I actually want to know, like, do you enjoy the vlogs or the makeup videos, or do you enjoy both? Let me know in the comments. Do head over to my TikTok. I'll put the rest of my socials in the link below. That's it. I never know how to end these videos. I'm so awkward if you didn't already know. Please subscribe, it really does help, and follow my other socials, and I'll see you next time.